I remember when I was a wee boy, whenever I got pocket money, the first thing I would do is run to the shop and buy myself some sweets. And at those ages, you know, things like birthdays and Christmas times are all about what you get. But I think somewhere along the line as we grow up, we realise there's so much value and enjoy out of buying things for other people, actually doing things for other people. I remember actually the first time I recognised this, I must have been about 4 or 5 year old, and it was a Christmas time, and I bought my mum a Cadbury's flake, and I gave my dad half a dozen of his own Dominoes wrapped in a piece of newspaper. I don't think I fully understood the concept of purchasing presents, but in my mind it felt like I was doing something good. And I remember feeling bolstered and satisfied by that. But as I say, somewhere along the line that whole thing flips, and birthdays and Christmas times become much more about what we do for other people and seeing the joy in their faces. And you know, it's funny, but when we do things for others like this, it taps into something deep within us that recognises that this is the right thing to do, and we get a wee boost of happiness. In fact, researchers actually compared people who'd been all given a sum of money. One group were asked to spend the money on themselves, the other group were asked to spend it on others, and those who spent the money on others ended up much happier as a consequence than those who spent the money on themselves. A similar study looked at people who had been diagnosed with high blood pressure, and they gave them all a sum of money once a week for 3 weeks. To half of them they said, spend it on yourself. To the other half they said, take this money and use it kindly. In other words, spend it on other people. And amazingly, only in the group who spent the money on others, there was a significant reduction in blood pressure, both systolic and diastolic, and the magnitude of the effect was comparable with antihypertensive medication or exercise over that time period. Isn't that absolutely incredible? I think of this kind of stuff as nature's reward. It's like nature, every time we help someone, it's like nature is saying, thank you, well done for acting in such a way that benefits all of us. Here's a wee squirt of happy hormones for your trouble, and here's a wee internal massage, beneficial massage to the natural systems of your body to make you healthier. Anyway, just something to think about today.